Just wrapped up at the Northwest Valley card show. That was awesome. The 50-cent boxes were loaded. The dollar boxes were loaded. I got a ton of good stuff. A dealer saved some cards for me from the last show just for me to have. So this was awesome. A ton of numbered stuff, a ton of good stuff that I'm sending to ComC, ton of good stuff I'm going to list on eBay, on Collect. So I'm excited to show you everything that I picked up today. This was an awesome show. Spent about $130, probably got close to 100 cards. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, what's going on, our Big AB Card Stacks here, and we are at the Northwest Valley Coins, Collectibles, Sports Card Show. One of my local shows here in Phoenix. A little bit heavier on the older vintage side, but I always like coming. It's just super close to my house. I don't usually spend a ton here, but I feel like I pick up a few good things. Looking for vintage football today. We'll see if that happens. Always have some pretty good dollar boxes as well. And hopefully some Bowman U, some football stuff. We're making plays right now, especially now that we're past the draft. We're heading into OTAs, the peak off season. So gonna try to find some undervalued stuff. Let's go inside, see what I pick up, and we'll take it from there. So here's the setup of the show. It felt a little bit smaller today. I don't know if there were maybe a couple of tables missing. It's not a huge show, so I think if you take a couple tables out, it probably feels smaller. But my wife and son are out of town, so I was able to fully enjoy this show, and it was awesome. Got a lot of good stuff. So this is everything that I was plucking out of a dollar box. I just pulled anything I was remotely interested in, things that I was like, hey, I think this is good for ComC to start with, or maybe I go on Collects. It's things that you can list at $1 or $2, and with their fee structure, I think it makes a little bit more sense to sell on that platform. On eBay with a 2 to 3% promoted listing, I think it's stuff that would move super quickly. So I was just picking up big names, things that I kind of wanted to experiment with. I definitely got a little bit out of my comfort zone here. You're seeing baseball and Mickey Mantle. It's things that I've recently talked about. I just want to learn and see how fast does it move. Is there a market for this on the low end, on ComC? I'm looking at sales data there. So a lot of different factors. And I know I'm big on, hey, stay on my lane and focus on college football, maybe dabble a little into NFL. I lose money a lot of times when I veer out of that. But here at $1 with some of these cards, it just made sense for me to at least try and experiment as I kind of grow the business and the brand and everything. So I really liked these pickups. When I first walked up to Dave's table, he handed me 2 team bags full of Bowman University, all Sapphire, and you saw the numbered Josh Hoover there, but he handed me these cards. He was like, hey, would you be interested in these? I went through them, couple decent names, but the rest kind of, mid to lower end names here. Pulled them out specifically for me. He's like, hey, I know you like the college stuff. I'll always pull it out for you, which I appreciate a ton. And so gave me a price on these 2 stacks that I could not refuse. This is just the quarterbacks. He separated it. The rest are all running backs, wide receivers. But I was really happy with this. 1, that he pulled everything out for me on the side and gave me the chance. And 2, just with the price. Picked up this vintage Clemente. There's a baseball guy that's always there. I always stop at his table. I always tell him I'm going to make the plunge. I finally did it. I picked this up. I was pretty happy with that one. Went back to Dave's table. He had a table full of stacks that were 4 for $10. A couple of Bowman U that he also pulled out for me, but the 4 for $10, I pick up this Clemente again. I was just very happy with that. That was right after I picked it up. And now this 4 for $10 stack, this was all stuff that, again, kind of eye appeal. Just felt like it's hard to go wrong at $2.50 a piece. Things that I can send to ComC. I'm just like, American arbitrage cards would be proud of me, where I'm like, this is just eye appeal. These are just good looking cards. Doesn't have to be something crazy, but just a good looking card. So I picked that up while I was going through these. A nasty little quad patch right there for Arizona. Little sneaky pulsar there. Some stained glass cards from Draft Prism. I've talked about that before. And then more Mickey Mantle here. All right, so back from the show, I'm going to run through everything that I picked up. I spent, I think, like $131, I think, in total for all of these cards. I'm going to go through the 50-cent bin. This was just insane to me. A guy that I usually buy from, he's never brought these out, and he's like, yeah, I just decided to bring it today. I know you like this stuff, so next time I will bring it to you. So I was pretty pumped. This was just insane, the 50-cent bin. This is all just stuff that I truly love. So here we go, 50 cents. Mario Williams, color match blue, just nasty. Former #1 pick, right? #1 at NC State, yeah, first overall. Mario Williams for 50 cents. I mean, come on. Brett Favre, flight to 420. Nice. This is numbered to 199. They have a LaDainian Tomlinson like touchdown master set, I think in 2007. There's 400 are there 420 cards of this? I guess there are. 420 cards of this set. Like, I won't complete it, but I think that'd be cool if you did. Little Carson Palmer when he was with Cincy to 199, again for 50 cents, just a no-brainer. Little Super Bowl champ Arizona Wildcat Nick Foles right there. Mohamed Sanu, orange color match, rookie card. I'll take it for 50 cents. I just feel like that's a good deal. Trent Richardson, Prism out of Topps Chrome. I know he didn't do much, but this was numbered to 216. I think it's the only year. Maybe they had another one in like 2012 or 13. What is this one? They all look similar. 2012, so maybe 2013 had the Prism, I think. And those were numbered. Another Mario Williams. This was one where I was like, I'm not like in love with it, but I'll take it. This one I just took a chance on at 50 cents. Topps Chrome. It's got the Topps Finest. It's got the foil or peel on it. These are from 95. They did another insert set for 2015, I think, is like Mariota and Jameis Winston's rookie year. This was a cool one of the first ones I found. MJD purple. These are numbered 499. MJD, one of my favorites. I mean, that running back era was just insane. Percy Harvin, camo, numbered to 499 for 50 cents. Come on. This was a nice one. I collect Chris Johnson quite a bit. Not my favorite image. I did grab a 2011, though, which was just absolutely disgusting. I was floored when I saw it. I feel like this is easily like a $5 card. I buy and sell Chris Johnson parallels pretty regularly. Peyton Hillis, the GOAT, to $4.99 on the purple. He doesn't have a lot of Topps Chrome or just cards in general, so that's cool. Mike Williams, which one is this? Is this Syracuse or... Yeah, this is Syracuse Mike Williams. Marvin Jones, I don't know, nothing crazy, but that's orange color match. Luke Kuechly, Hall of Famer right there on the refractor. Eric Fisher, I don't know if this is probably a boof one, but I know, obviously coming out of the draft, number one, I don't think that was anything special. John Beeson, this is nasty. I paid like $2 or $3 for my copy on ComC. This one, penny sleeve, not great, a little better on the actual card there, so I feel a little bit better about that. To 199, beautiful color match. I love the 2010 with like the logo scripts on a lot of those teams. What is this one? Randy Moss. I just thought like you don't see like how many cards does he have in his 49ers jersey? Probably not many. Jay Stu, nasty, out of Oregon to 299. This is so sick. A lot of these I might already have because like those are cards that I truly like collect. Gale Sayers, this is like the reprint from 01. I'm curious to see what this does. Again, I've been trying to be a lot more open-minded on cards and vintage stuff and older stuff. So I think I actually have a copy of this card, like the actual card, not the archives. Lee Evans, I don't think I meant to put this in here, but I'll take it to 425. You don't see it a lot. Steven Jackson, nasty one right here in Atlanta. I mostly remember him as a Ram, of course. I mean, look at all those years. To 299, pretty crazy. For 50 cents, I mean, unreal. CJ Spiller, Clemson Black, nice one there. Dwayne Bowe to 199 on the blue. Not one of my favorite guys that was in the league, really, in that time. Victor Cruz hitting the salsa on the black to 299. That's a cool one there. Stevie Johnson on the card, the camo to 499 on the chrome. I think I picked up another one. Beanie Wells, the Ohio State University. That's a cool one there. I really like Beanie Wells. I thought he was going to be good. Vernon Davis. This could probably be a pretty sneaky one. A gold to 199 or copper out of 07. This is my favorite. One of the top 10 images for me personally in all of Topps Chrome football. Like, I love this card. I have the black. I have the blue. Or I think I already have the black. I have the gold, blue. I have a lot of the parallels for that one already. For 50 cents, I mean, I think I could probably sell this for close to $10 if I wanted to. Another Stevie Johnson there. Jamar Chase, Prism Silver. I don't know. I was like, I don't really know the Prism market at all. Like, do Prism Silvers have a value after, the rookie year? This is a cool one. Keenan Allen, Hall of Very Good, I would imagine. These are numbered to 102. First off the line, I didn't think about that. So that's an easy ComC card there. Dexter McCluster, one of my favorite college players of all time, coming out of Ole Miss. I remember watching the bowl game, and he was tearing it up there. What do we have here? Matt Forte, just a cool orange color match there. And then Deshaun Jackson, another one of my favorite images out of 2013. I have the black. I have a save search for gold. Can never find it, but the gold is nasty. I love Deshaun Jackson, one of my favorite players of all time. Like Deshaun and Percy were just like, those were our like Travis Hunters back in the day. All right, I'll go to this one. I'm sure I probably talked about this, but just been wanting vintage. I got my Hank Aaron one right there, Roberto Clemente. Guy's always set up. He's got a ton of vintage, a little off-center. I looked at eBay. All of these were pretty much off-centered. He had 20% off his box, so that was cool. Right when I walked into the show, Dave, man, I appreciate it. My favorite dealer at the show. I always buy from him. He was like, hey, I've got this stuff saved up for you. You know, run through it. Let me know if you like anything. So I just went through it, and I plucked a couple, and then he gave me a price. So I paid $15 for this stack. So I was pretty happy with just the sheer volume. I know it's low-end stuff that I'm trying to get out of, but it's just too good of a deal to not take. So Bryson Barnes, little dart throw there for Utah State. Chandler Rogers, I think he's invited to Dallas Cowboys mini camp. Castellanos now at Florida State, another Rogers. Nate Johnson's a crazy dart throw back at Utah, kind of like a I don't know, Swiss Army knife for them. Garrett Green, wide receiver. I don't know where he ended up signing, but he switched positions. I don't know why. Seth Hennigan now with Jacksonville. This is a beautiful color match. I love that one. Mikey Keene. There's a couple of Mikey Keenes in here. Yeah. Hopefully Michigan starter. I'm not a Bryce Underwood guy with all that hype right now. TJ Finley got into some trouble. I don't really know what happened to him, but he's back in the portal. Garbers, he signed somewhere, undrafted free agent. I don't think he'll do much, but beautiful color match on that one. Cole Pennington is basically like D2 now at this point. I don't remember where he went. Caden Salter, QB1 at Colorado. We'll see. Brett Gabbard might have signed somewhere. And then there's another Salter. Orgy is now in Vegas, UNLV. They have Colin Drea, so I can't imagine he plays. He's got to be like a gadget guy for them, I guess. I mean, he's a monster. 6'3", 236 at Q. Kate Klubnik, I mean, this is probably $2-3 on ComC. I'll take that. And then Rocco Beck Sapphire, probably $2 or $3. So that honestly might pay for almost half the lot. And then Josh Hoover. These were the three that I was like, yeah, like I'll take these if, you know, I'll pay $8 to $9 for these. Josh Hoover yellow, but 15 for everything for both piles was just insane. I didn't really spend too much time, and I don't think there were a ton of huge names. Maccabee, I think he's in the portal. Edwards, nice color match, like a Michigan fan will buy that. Kiner now with San Francisco, I think that's a sneaky play. Logan Diggs, one of the top half running backs they're saying in the SEC now. Penny Boone, I don't know where he signed. He is, where did he go? Kansas? No, not Kansas. Jalen Glover, UNLV. He might be at UNLV now. Trevor Etienne, where did he go? He got drafted really high, like 4th round almost. Giddens, X Factor, I don't remember where he went, but he went pretty decent spot. Jay Knott now at OU, nice one. I love DJ Giddens. Whoever got, maybe not Cincinnati, they got Taj Brooks. Whoever got DJ Giddens, that's a very good pick. Chris Mitchell, I don't think ever did anything. Same with Lawrence. Baby 38 baby. Sean Adkins, I don't think he signed anywhere. Antonio's been creeping up. Torrey Horton now with Seattle. That should be decent. I hope he does well. Monterey Baldwin. He was in the combine. I don't know if he signed anywhere. Rashad Owens, he's with San Francisco now. This dude's like Megatron-like 6'2", 230, 220, it says. He's rocked up. Eric Singleton, people will love him at Auburn right now. Another 38 baby. CJ Daniels, I'm not high on at all. At Miami, their wide receiver one, gross. Colin Lacey, a guy that I love. And then Kyle Williams, this was actually a sneaky one where I'm like, hey, this is probably $2-3 on eBay now with New England. So that's a pretty solid pickup there. Monterey, Abu Sama is kind of like demoted to RB2 at Iowa State. Parker Jenkins, I think he's at Coastal Carolina. Ontario went unsigned. He's basically like taking a red shirt year is what I think was inferred, where, you know, he's been banged up. Penny Boone, Montrell with Philly. That's something to watch. Devin Neal went to New Orleans. Something to watch there. A couple high shots. I don't know what that... Someone, Kansas, let me know. Like, they've got high shot. They got LaShawn Williams. I don't know what to make of it. Quentin Cooley, I don't know where he went. Ayo's coming back, and Ishmael Mahdi, Arizona Wildcat. So that $15 for, what is that? Probably 50, 60 cards right there. I'll take that all day. So this was, now we're still with Dave, $25 cards. I guess I should preface this. I paid $80 for all of this. So it stickered out to 101. So that was nice. So this was 25 $1 cards. I got a little bit of a discount. Let's run through it. So I've been talking about vintage and on our ComC Discord, links down below, no tricks, free to join. We've been talking about like Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, like Mickey Mantle. Like these cards do okay on ComC. ComC sent me the sales data for this last month, which would have been April, and like Mickey Mantle was like #1, which was crazy. So I'm definitely picking up these when I can find them at $1 a piece. I'll take these. I just went American arbitrage on some of these cards, man. Like this is a good looking card. Bowman's Best. I don't know if this is the base or refractor. I did look some of these up on ComC just to make sure, like, hey, does this make sense to send in? It didn't seem like there were any refractor, but this is a nasty card. Like, that's just a good looking card if you're a Bonds or Giants fan. This was a cool one. Randy Johnson out of opening day. It's numbered to 2007. I've been on a huge Diamondbacks and Suns kick. I just don't have a lot of those cards, and I want to start collecting them, but it's like a gold foil. So I thought that was cool. This one gave me some pause. I could have sworn these were numbered. It's a green checkerboard X-Fractor of sorts, but for $1, I'll take the chance. And then this was cool, so I wanted to pick this up. So I just talked about it. I've been buying like Luis Gonzalez cards, like stuff from my childhood, like anything that commemorates the World Series. Like Luis Gonzalez has a couple cool images from the World Series that I'm like, yeah, this is a card I want to collect. So I just bought this to try out the set. So it's from 2014, huh? So I'm going to look up this set for the Diamondbacks and such. Johnny Unitas Archives. I don't know what year this is. 2001. Like for $1, you got to take a chance on that. Again, I'm getting into like the vintage stuff or like reprints. Like I'm okay if it's a reprint. I think there's value in that. Jamar Chase Orange color match for $1. I'll take it. Luka. I know it's Mavs, but silver, mosaic, prism, whatever you want to call them. Again, like I'm really, breaking. I know I always say like, hey, stay in my lane. I know college football, I get in trouble when I veer out of it, but some like at $1 a piece on some of this stuff, I'm like, I'm just going to take the chance, man. Like, I just think there, and a couple cards where you'll be like, that's not a Gaby buy, but I'm like, you know what? I want to experiment, right? These are all $1 cards. Paul Skeens for $1, like I'll take it. Mike Trout, 35th anniversary. VDZ's been having good luck with these 35th anniversaries on ComC. These I've just never seen. Chris Paul, ESPN. I looked him up on ComC. It's like $3. I'm curious what the rest of the set looks like. Like that would be cool to like get a complete set or see what other players are at least in there. Daniel Jones, checkerboard now with Indy. Again, another thing, I'm just like, this is a good looking card. American Arbitrage would slap me if I didn't pick this up for $1, right? So just a good looking color match there. Investor and collects. I'm a collects guy myself, so I too am a collects investor. I just bought a card earlier this morning on collects. Ellie De La Cruz, rookie, right? So like for $1 a piece and getting a 20% off sticker basically. Shohei, I sold like I think this exact card on eBay for $4 the other day. So I'm like, all right, this has got to be worth more than $1. So does this one, and even for a collect scan back. Brady Refractor, I know it's unlicensed new chrome. This was another cool Randy Johnson. He had a ton of Randy Johnson. I just like the old school logo there. So I'm probably not sending that to ComC. I'm probably just going to do like a deep dive and get like all the Diamondbacks from this year. What is that? 99. I was 5 years old. This is a cool one. Miggy, the red hot foil out of whatever, 2013 or 14. Again, just going after good looking cards like in the dollar bin. Mike Evans numbered, one of the GOATs. And then this was from the Topps Chrome dealer. But I didn't know what this parallel was. I did look it up on Collects. It didn't recognize it, probably with this fat sticker on it. But I don't know what this is, but I imagine like he's been hot. I don't know. It's got to be worth more than $1. So that was my thought there. All right. Dave also had 4 for $10 on this. So I think I had like $40 worth of cards here. Again, cool looking card. I looked it up on ComC. It does like $2, nothing crazy. But this is a sick insert. It's like city to city, LAX. Cool card. I really like that one. Mickey Mantle. Again, I think this was an older one. 2010. Like, yeah, I don't see this in dollar bins very often. AJ Green, stained glass. So I buy a couple of these from him like every quarter or so. And I got an Andrew Luck as well. These are 1 per hobby box. So it's like, I just feel like people are in there that case hit era. I think that works out pretty well. Jason Kelsey, green color match, doesn't have a lot of cards. So that I think is a nice one. Pick this one up for the PC quad patch. Again, I talked about this in one of my other videos. This was when I went to school, 2015. so I would have been a junior. These were all TJ McConnell doesn't have a ton of Arizona stuff. Rondé was super dope. Brandon Ashley was awesome. Stanley, that was an elite time for Arizona basketball. A couple Skeens, they do about $2 or $3, but I just felt like I could maybe promote listing, sell it for $5. Julio Jones, numbered to $3.99. Little Roberto Clemente. These are different cards. One's like a wood parallel mojo anniversary. I don't know. They just, again, these are good looking cards. Carey would pick these up, right? So I'm taking those, and then we round out with, I forgot what this is, some sort of like it's not the mini diamond, but some sort of foil board. This was a cool one, gold future. Like, again, just baseball, gave you baseball. Calvin Johnson, rookies, paper, another Roberto, and then a Willie McCovey. The shine goes crazy on that one. So that was cool. And then, of course, Dave, again, awesome dealer. One of my favorites in the state that I've ever interacted with. Appreciate it. He always pulls out all his collegiate stuff, and he's like, hey, I got these. So, yeah, Montreal Johnson now with Philly. I think that could be something for preseason. And then Jordan James with San Francisco. I'm not a huge Jordan James guy myself, but it's more the opportunity in San Francisco. So, again, I paid $80 for all of those cards. I paid $15 for all of these, which was insane, and then I paid $16 on this guy. So, just an awesome show. Like, tons of value box stuff. Again, these are like all kind of like collection cards. Like, I'll send these to see a good amount. But like the Jay Stu I'm keeping, the Chris Johnsons. A lot of these I'll be keeping in my binder. Like, I'm curious to see what a full set would look like on that one. Little Mario Williams, nasty one there. A ton of good Sapphire. Like, maybe I list some of this on Collects. The 4 for $10 was banging. Like, look at all these stained glasses. Just some of the baseball I think will do well. So, again, just taking chances, buying big names at like $1 is just hard to lose. Like, I can list that on Collects. They only take 10%. 10% fees. There's no transaction fee. So, if you sell a card for $1, plus shipping, like, you net 90 cents. It's actually feasible to sell on Collects for $1. So that was an awesome show, man. That was just insane. The value bins, the 50 cent, the $1, it was awesome. So if you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. Love you. Bye.